Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of the Sony Betamax, the HF450. Now the 550 and the 650 are the same machine. It's just that the 650 is the newest model of the three machines that look the same. But anyway, so the head amplifier, turns out that it wasn't this board, but it was the very bottom board that had it. Excuse me. So we're going to take a look at the head amp. I'm going to pull this shielding off, and that's going to expose the head amplifier. Now also the audio amplifier is over here, so we're going to be taking a look at that as well. I'm thinking that this audio area over here is going to be responsible for the crackling in the sound. I still want to take a look at the head amp and see if there's some caps that might be bad. I mean, the picture quality was good. It turns out it was just that one tape that was bad, so that's why the picture was bad. Also, if you remember, might have to get a small screwdriver to put in there and pry up on this. But I want to take a look at the capacitors, and we're going to go ahead and, oh yeah, one more thing I was going to show you. So the volume level meters is going to be on this section of the board. We're also going to check for some capacitors that are in this section of the board, and see if we can get the volume display to start working again, because it could be an issue in the power supply still. I don't know, but I'm thinking that it's going to be a bad capacitor on the circuit board that controls the volume lever meter, and because this one has a lot of different markings. One of the nice things about Sony marked everything on the board, so you knew exactly where to go. So I see a lot of ELNA capacitors, which ELNA capacitors were crap. They almost all the time that I check the ELNAs, they're always bad. You know, even a lot of the Rubicon is another common cap, and the Sanyos. They go bad, you know, but they have a reason to go bad. I mean, they are over 30 years old, so caps do, you know, start to go bad. So this is the secondary board here is going to be where the volume level meter, and as you can see, it says right here, level meter. The meter is covered up with this plastic hinge. But we're going to take a look at that as well. So let me get the, let's pull this top off here. So that is for the, here's for the audio as well. So we're going to take a look at that and see if we can get that one up and going. Okay, that one came off. That one came out pretty good. I just gotta get this one off. There we go. Got that one off as well. So now we can take a look at the head amplifier. So let's, we'll take a look right now and see what one might be bad. So I'm going to check here. I'm going to get some more lighting in here as well. So the capacitors, I'm just going to trace these caps here. So these caps are over in this area. I'm going to need to get some more light so I can see what I'm doing here. But I very strongly believe that bad caps will cause issues. In fact, I know they do. I mean, obviously, bad caps do cause issues, but what I'm trying to say is that if you're having problems with either you've got no signal going to the TV, problem is going to be in your head amplifier. Okay, now unless there's something wrong with the well, you got your head amp, which sends the signal to the TV. If you've got a situation where you're getting a signal but it's very, very bad picture quality, and you've tried the tracking and the tracking doesn't help, and you've tried other tapes and it's doing the same thing, that can also be in your head amplifier. Now, the crackling that we're experiencing, I believe, is going to be in the audio amplifier. And that's where I'm basically looking at. So I'm going to test these caps, and I'll tell you how many of them are bad. So I'm going to take a look, and I'll try to do a way that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's take a look at the caps. Somebody had commented wanting to know how I test to make sure my caps are good or bad. I just use just a multimeter here. That's what I use. I'm thinking that I will invest in some better testing equipment, such as a capacitor tester, because they do have testers that are specifically to check and see if the capacitors are bad. You know, and you can use a multimeter, can be used to test a number of things, a number of different components when putting them on the right proper settings. So let's take a look now. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Okay, that one is okay. That one's okay. There is a bad one. I can spot one bad one. Here's another bad one. They're not open, but they're starting to go bad. They're starting to lose their luster. What I would say, but alright. Now what I'm going to do is go over to the audio amplifier. Take a look at the audio amp. This one's probably, I think those are 10 at 47s. Yeah, that one's bad. So I think our actual problem is going to be in the audio amplifier, because we got, okay, that one's good though. So we just have the one that's bad over here. Looks like it's just, we just got one bad cap over in this area. So that one is completely open. So that one that's completely open, which is right over here, so that one is definitely going to cause issues. So what I want to do is pull them out and see. So I'm going to get my soldering iron nice and hot, and we're going to take a look at that. And let's change it out, because that one is bad. So I think that'll actually help with, I think that's going to be the reasoning why the audio isn't working. That's why it's got that crackling sound that you can hear. Okay, so we're just waiting for the iron to heat up here. And once we get our iron heated up to the proper temp, we can go ahead and start taking that one out. So what I'd like to do, I think I might just replace just the one that's bad. So it's got, what this has got, oh no, there's a cap there as well. Okay. So the regular caps is just 2 of them here, and this one's bad, so that's the one we're going to change here. There we go. Whew. Smells like fish. Whew. Wow. Well, we know why that one was open, don't we? Alright, I'm just going to grab it here and grab a hold of it and yank it out. Alright, we got it yanked out. Let's see if this is a 10 at 47. Yes, it is. So I've got to go, I need to go try to find 10 volt at 47. So we're going to find one of those and we'll put it in. Yeah, I kind of had a hunch that that's what that was, and I think the ones over here on the head amp are also 10 at 47, but they might be, ow, that hurt. I just touched my solder tip. Okay, now what we'll do here is I'm pretty sure that those are 16. Might be 16, I think. Yeah, they probably are. Those are Nichicon, so that's probably why they're still good. Yeah, those are Nichicon, so I don't think I'm gonna mess with the head amp. I don't think. Yeah, those are 16s at 47s. If you don't have a 10, you can put a 16 in there, but I wouldn't recommend putting a higher voltage in there. I recommend trying to put the same voltage. You want the voltage to be the same, but you can go up a little bit on the voltage, but you don't want to go crazy high. You know, like obviously if it's a 10, we're not going to put a 25 because that's way too high. But we could put a 16 in there and get away with it. So let me just see here what I got, because I don't know. I don't really know if I got any of the other ones. So I don't have any in this one, so let me check. I'm going to check a couple other ones that I have and see if I can get a cap that I can put in here. Or at least get a used cap that's still working, but I always want to put new ones in, so let's see if we can find a new one, and we're going to do that. Okay guys, so I put the top shielding plates back on. We're going to put the other ones back on. Now what I did was I found some 16 volt caps. They're supposed to be 10 volt, but I put some 16s in there because that's all I had. So what I will do is later on, I've ordered some caps. When those caps come in later on before I sell this, I'm going to go in and change them and put the right ones in them. They will work. A 16 volt will work. You can go a little bit up on the voltage, but I don't recommend it, which is why I'm not going to keep them in here. We're going to pull them back out and put the proper ones in once I get them. So I'm just going to put the shielding plates back on here and get the tops back on. That's going to take care of that. So there was a couple of them, there were a few of them that were bad. So up here in this top corner right here is not the amplifier for the audio. The amplifier for the audio is right next to the head amp. So the audio amplifier is right next to the video one. This audio board, this up here, does have something to do with the audio. This is for the linear audio. And it had one cap that was bad, so that's all I changed, was just the one bad cap. So with that being said, now we can move on to the volume level meters, and we'll see if we can get that going again, because I need to get that up and going. Okay, so we got that back on. Yeah, I gotta remember to plug these wires back in. I had to unplug them basically because the wires were not long enough for me to fully open the board up. So down in here is going to be the where the control board is for the volume lever meters. The volume meters, the ones that, you know, because I knew, now sometimes when a volume meter is not working, you might have a burned out bulb, but the chances of having all the bulbs burn out is 1 out of 1,000,000. Okay, so I knew that the bulbs were not burned out because every single one of them was not lighting up. So that's how I knew that there had to have been a problem somewhere in the circuitry. Now I've got my tester out here, so let's test some of the components on the board, such as the capacitors, and then I'm going to check other components if we need to. First thing, we're going to test this one. Okay, that one is bad. That one's bad. Wow, it looks like a lot of caps. That one is open. That completely open on that one. Again, open. Completely. There's another one. That one is going bad. So, what I believe, somebody put a motion sensor in my room here. Some dumbass put a motion sensor. Who the heck puts a motion sensor inside of a house, inside of a room? The guy was supposedly a contractor, and he didn't know what the hell he was doing. So I got to fix that. I've got to get a light in here that's not only better, but that doesn't have the motion sensor shit in it. Anyway, so that's why my light just keeps kicking off. But now we do have some other areas. Here's for the RCA audio out and the audio in. This is kind of interesting to look at the boards here. Let's check this cap here on this buffer here. I just want to check it and see. Ooh, that one's bad as well, so we probably need to change that as well. And here's one that's mixer, so I'm not quite sure what that is, but we're going to find out here. There's a wall. Okay, that one's alright. So right now I'm going to focus on the level meter. So what I'm going to do is get the top board so it'll swing down, because unless that top board swings down, I can't get to the board I need to get to. So this thing is going to go up on its side. This thing actually had a number of problems. This thing must have had one hell of a power surge, because not only has it caused problems with the regulator, We had bad capacitors in the power supply that I changed, have bad caps, and now we have bad caps in the volume meter circuitry. So I'm just going to take the screws out here so that we can lower this board down so we can get to the top board. And there's just two screws that allow the board to lift up and swing down out of the way because it's on hinges. So it's all on a hinge system. Okay, this is the board right in here that we're going to be working on. You see how it says level meter? Okay, and then underneath that hinge it'll say meter. So that was a great thing about Sony. They put a lot of hinges and things so boards can just swing up out of the way. And that is where we're going to be going, because I see we've got about 4 or 5 capacitors, and these ones I think they're Nichicon. It doesn't matter though because they're going to be changed. But I think this thing has had one hell of a power surge and has done a lot of damage. I don't think these caps have went bad just from years of use. You know, the power supply had all the caps, all the small caps in the power supply were dead. There was two big caps in there that were not bad. Those 2 big caps were just fine. It was the little ones. All the little ones in the power supply was completely blown. Also, I changed some of the high temperature capacitors in the power supply too that had failed. I'm just going to nip off the leads here. Nip them off, and then I'll get this put back together. Gotta start plugging these wires back in to the circuit board. We'll get the screws back on and then fire it up, and we'll see what our progress is. Okay, so before I put this thing all back together, I want to make sure that my volume meters are working. What we did, I'm hoping is going to fix the problem, but I don't know. So let's turn on the power. Oh, it did work. Look. Our volume meters are back. Okay, let's put a tape in and see how it goes. Seems like we did get our... Seems like our meters are working now. Okay, let's hit play. Where's play? Where the hell is it? I might have to get a remote because I don't know. Okay, let's do this. Yep, they're working. I don't hear the crackling anymore either. So they are working. We actually got them working again, so that is good. That's a plus sign, obviously. Because our meters were not working before, and now they are. There's no crackling in the audio anymore. As you can hear, the video quality is very good. We've recapped the head amp. There's a little bit of a tracking issue, but we can adjust the tracking. There we go. Yeah, this is a trailer, so I don't think they'll copyright me playing this. I might have this one on Laserdisc. No, I think I recorded this one off a TV. Oh, red heat. So that's cool. So that is awesome. We got our volume display meters are working again. We have forward. We have reverse. Working great. Our VFD display is the volume meter display is working beautifully now. Okay, she's all back together now. The only thing left to do is to apply Novus to the outside. And I've been using Novus now for about 4 years, 3-4 years, and I'm happy with the way it cleans and restores. But you don't want to use just a cleaner. You want to have the rubbing compounds that help get rid of not only fine scratches but deep scratches. And in order to do that, you need to apply Novus 3, 2, and 1. And that is the order that they go in: 3, 2, 1. You do those steps, you can get amazing results. And it does help make the machine look almost new, you know. It's not going to take out all the scratches, but it'll make it, minimize it, and make it really good. So there's a Star Trek episode. This is episode 59. What's it called? The Enterprise Incident. So let's play that. As you can see, our VFD display is now working. So I'm very, very pleased with this machine. It is performing beautifully. There's no more crackling in the audio. And also, our volume meter is now completely working. Of course, this level, the peak level meter, whoops, the stupid light went out again. There we go. Anyway, so this peak level meter, this is for, you can adjust the volume on the input. So the input audio that's coming in, you can use this to adjust. But the default, when you're playing back, when you're playing tapes back, it goes to the default level. But when you're recording your audio, you can adjust it and make it loud. But you want to make sure that it doesn't go into the red. If the meters are going into the red, that means you're going to have distortion on your audio. So I typically won't go more than about 6 or 7, because it's 1 through 10, and right now it's on number 5. And if we just move it just a little bit, we can go to number 7 or number 6, but I'm just going to keep it right there in dead center. and very, very happy and very pleased. So this will be listed on eBay. But I don't know if, I don't know, I'm really kind of grown very attached to it. And that's the thing that sucks about when you buying them, fixing them, and selling them. Sometimes you fall in love with them, you know, especially when they were completely dead and you brought them back. Where's our clock counter? There we go. There's our counter display. So I'm very, very happy, and the picture quality is superb. As you can see, you can zoom in, and the quality is very good. And this tape is in really good condition. And I'm thinking that this tape has not been watched. This might have been one of my new tapes. It does look like it's one of the new ones, because sometimes I'll buy factory sealed tapes off eBay and I just I swap the used one out for the new one, obviously, and I think this one is the new one. So this is the one I'm gonna swap out. But this is a very, very nice machine, just a beautiful machine, and I love it. And the fact that we were able to get the power supply repaired, we've got the audio repaired, we've got the peak level meters repaired, you know, all the volume meters. Anyway, so I'm very, very happy, very pleased with this particular machine. And it's gonna be ready to go for sale. There we go. So it's beautiful, working good, and this one is ready to go for sale up on eBay. Might as well set the clock. So I set the clock. I'm very, very happy with this thing. You know, of course I've already said that, but this thing is ready to go to its new owner, and I hope you enjoyed this video and this journey on getting this thing up and going and getting it working. So anyway, that is going to be it, guys. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.